We are in the middle of doing the big turbos upgrade and all of the amazing stuff we're doing with the Mark 7. Guys, you can win this Mark 7 GTI. Every $5 you spend at 53supply.com gets you one entry at the chance to win this Mark 7 GTI. It's gonna be so cool. It looks amazing. We're gonna keep doing some cool stuff with it. It's gonna be really fast. Also, we got some new merch that we released earlier this week. Make sure you check it out. It's all good stuff. Happy shopping. Good luck. You are gonna be comfy. Lord forgive me, for I have been making TikToks for 30 minutes now instead of working. Speaking of, I have the perfect way to start this video. Okay, this is a TikTok I made. It's fantastic. Guys, I love finding old cars that are just starving for craving death and then slapping a huge turbo onto them. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you guys for just watching the video and already being here. Helps me a ton if you hit subscribe and turn those notifications on. Also, just drop a comment. Comment section has been full of memes, and you guys know I like memes. I love memes. I have meme above my name on Twitter. It is a fantastic day, and I'll tell you why, because this is the first day. It's been under 70 degrees in Texas today, so we've got the bay doors open. And honestly, it's just gonna be a good day. My IS300 is clean, not quite painted yet. Jose's gonna come tomorrow and we're gonna discuss painting. And my Evo has its 1200 horsepower 4G63 in it right now. If you guys missed that video, the guy we bought the car from came to help us out. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste too much time because this is gonna be kind of a content-packed video. We've got new wheels. I'm gonna be installing suspension, seats. We've got a huge makeover for the Supra. Now, I've been waiting. The dude that sold us the fender that needs to be replaced is kind of a, well, whatever. He not cooperating very well, but I don't have the fender quite yet. I do have almost everything I need for the 2JZ to go in and be mounted to the transmission, which is fantastic. But I'm gonna need an ECU and a wiring harness. So this car is gonna be a roller for a while, guys, so don't get your hopes up too much. But we're gonna go ahead and at least transform this car today. Speaking of, I need to make a TikTok real quick. And then it's gonna come back up and it's gonna be done. What a fantastically interesting car this has been for us. Guys, let's go ahead and get started. I've got tons of parts I've been stowing away in the garage for weeks now. It's time to show you guys. This is the first half. This video is brought to you, this sounds like KERA or something back in the day. BC Racing, Corbeau seats, and 3-piece US. Also bought some crap off of eBay that's not here yet. We're gonna be doing a few things, including a Koki taillight conversion. These cars are, they're very high stock. When you lower them, put wheels on them, it changes the entire car. Like, they look really cool. And I don't know if I'm gonna get to the interior today, just because I need a lot of work done to the interior, but I'll show you guys the seats. I gotta test fit the wheels. You guys know, when you do wheels and suspension, you gotta test fit before you buy tires. I gotta know what other suspension components I might need. I'll probably need upper control arms. I'm just gonna stop talking and I'm gonna unbox all this stuff. Let's go ahead and start with the wheels. With this car, I wanted to go with something very aggressive, but something era correct. And what's not the most era correct thing to do than just put the stock wheels on? You ready? We just went with it. We went with a simple but effective 3-piece conversion of the stock blades, baby. You really can't get too much sexier. I mean, this right here is like the mother, what an era, honestly. This was 1988 or 87. They started doing these babes. Someone forward thinking was like, let's put some directional wheels on this. Let's do something different. They have aged so well. So honestly, do I even know the specs of these? Don't remember. I get too many wheels made and I have too many cars to remember all my wheel specs, so I'm sorry. These got some chonky arches. So we're gonna pull the F out of them, just like the IS300, and make whatever it, just make it fit. Those are the wheels we're doing. These are heavy. Usually, CNC'd faces are not heavy, but these are pretty heavy, which doesn't really matter. It's not a huge deal. I will unbox those as we progress. Another big sponsor is BC Racing. You guys know what coilovers look like, but we got these long boys for the Supra. Go for gold, baby. BC Racing is arguably the best quality coilover for the price. You can start off with an amazing set of coilovers with lots of customizable options for $1,000. They have a lot of really good race car spec stuff, but big thanks to them. I'll show you guys this as we install. I do want to show you guys the seats and the seat choice that we did. So the interior of this car is blue, and unfortunately Corbeau for one doesn't have blue seats. And finding blue interior for this car is next to impossible, especially one that's not infested with meth. There is some black in the interior, and I'm gonna have to end up putting black accents and stuff like that. So I've got some interesting seats. I think they'll work really well. Now I pray you guys at Corbeau forgive my bad memory. It's either the RRX or RRBs, but I wanted to go with something kind of retro, and it looks kind of 80s. The car is white, and I'm gonna end up doing white accents. I'm gonna repaint the car white, and I'm gonna end up having some black leather parts in the car as well. So I wanted to go with something like this. This looks retro. This looks like something you would see in the 80s and early 90s, so I wanted to go with that. I know a lot of people might think that this is like the Volkswagen thing, but VW didn't invent plaid, so you guys can suck it. Big thanks to Corbeau for sending these out. That's gonna be a big addition to the interior, but if you guys recall, we have a lot to do to the interior. I mean, I have got some work to be done here, boys. Without wasting any more time, let's raise this boy up. I mean, hold up. Look at this fender gap. That's disgusting. Look at that gap. Actually, let me put it down one more time. That is fully compressed suspension. Disgusting. Some long nuts. I always like to show stock versus modified. Check that out, those are the two fronts. Also, don't ever recommend doing Mark III Supra coilovers. I'm not sure why they're so annoying. It's not even the rust that's the problem. It's like they were not meant to come out. You can do it. It's just gonna take a lot of tools and a lot of thumb hurty. Like AK reloads, but worse. Haven't talked about it much yet or shown it much yet, but damn, it seriously is insane what just wheels. I mean, they're stock wheels, but a little bit lower and big lips on this. And this car literally, I mean, this car turns into a JDM icon very quickly. So anyways, I'm about to put the other fronts on. I hope the rears are not half as bad as the fronts, but you know, your rears are usually always harder. I've been kind of beating this fender, okay? Because I know I'm not going to use this fender again, so I've been hitting it when I'm mad today. But I do have a new stamped fender, an OE fender that's blue. We're gonna repaint it, whatever. I'm not going to be able to know exactly how the front fitment's gonna be until I get an engine in the car. We're gonna have like no weight in the front, but the rear I'll have a really good idea on. These are 18s. I'm gonna guess 245s in the front, maybe 235s, and then 265 or 255 in the rear.
2,000 years later.
Okay, suspension is finished, and I just want to establish some understanding here. Whoever designed the suspension on this car absolutely got fired. No question about it. It's actually worse than the IS300. I don't know, seriously, you have to tear apart the entire interior. And I don't know who thought that that was a fantastic idea, but it's not a fantastic idea. Let's unbox the big boys. Kind of concerned about the rear. By the way, they're 10.5s in front, 11.5 in the rear. Chonky boys, gonna have some thick meats on it. And seriously, whoever wants to sell me some Koki taillights, you just hit your boy up, okay? Oh God, this car. Cutting this like a barbarian. So I want to see these rears so bad. Oh, actually that's not bad. All right, let's set it down, evaluate that fitment. Guys, it's really important whenever you buy wheels, first off, to do your research. Actually, a great place to do your research, not just like Instagram and Twitter. Fitment Industries is a great place to go. They have a gallery, super useful. This is actually a lot of times where I will go because I have so many cars and so many different types of cars, it's impossible to know exactly what will fit. Every car's track width and fender arch depth, I guess, and all that is different. So Fitment Industries is a great place. You got a gallery you can go and look for. But anyways, my point is, do your research before you buy wheels. And if you think you're a little on the edge of what your car can fit or not, test fit them before you buy tires. I'll show you why, because let's say 10.5, 11.5. A lot of people would run, let's say, a 265, 285 in the rear. If I do that, this thing gonna fit like crap. It's not gonna fit. These wheels will not fit if I do that. I'm gonna guess probably 245 in the front, 265 in the rear, got a little bit of stretch, and I'm probably gonna need a little bit of suspension work done, but let's go ahead and lower it down. Got the 10.5s in the front. The way this actually all fits is surprisingly well. 10.5s in the front with, that looks like a probably about a 2.5 inch lip. I don't know if that's quite a 3-inch lip. Starts technically, yeah, so it's a 2-inch lip up front, and I think a 2 lip, honestly that might be a 2-inch, maybe a 3 in the back, but this actually works really well. And I'm gotta say, I don't know why people wide body these cars, because considering you can fit 11.5s with basically minimal to just about no fender work, that's pretty amazing. Also, unlike the Mark IV Supra, these arches are actually pullable. Let's go ahead and take my IS300 into consideration here. I want to show you guys, like this, we pulled the hell out of these things to fit, and like these are way wider, and this has way more aggressive fitment than this thing will. And I think that with just a good amount of fender pulling, we will definitely be able to get these. But guys, do your research, okay? So now what I'm doing right now is I'm evaluating, right? You have to know, first off, if you don't know what size tire looks like what on a certain width of wheel, then that's also what research helps in too. It's very easy to look up what a 245/35 looks like on a 10.5. But it's looking like I'll probably need a really slight, tiny stretch up front. Again, this fender is, Jake's gonna love me for this, but I used his sticker as a boo-boo piece. We have a new front fender. It already was really bad because this got crushed in and stuff like that, so we're fixing that. We'll end up pulling these front arches and then pulling the rear arches. On the rears on the Mark III should be super easy to pull. That's not too bad to work with right there. You can see that, obviously, that sticks way out. You have to consider the lower I go, the more negative camber I'll have, but also I can probably pull these fenders out about an inch. I didn't want to end there. I filmed this about a week ago, and I wanted it to be complete, so I waited for tires. Zor is now here. We've got some tires. Also, this car, if you guys follow my Instagram, kind of left me a little strandito. We'll talk about that here in a bit, but we got Zor here. By the way, these guys come to your house to install your tires for you in this little truck. You guys should know the deal. They're in DFW, Houston, Kansas City, and they can drop ship tires anywhere. And for a super good ender, we're not even gonna just do the Supra stuff. Check it out. Look how small. Oh my God, dude. I owe VMS a big thank you, and also an apology for never having used these, but I kind of just didn't have a working car. Look at these big boys. They're so small. I just got some Sumitomos. This, just like this car, the Supra is probably just gonna be a burnout car, made for all the funds.
Yeah, there's
That's comical.
Quite a bit of leftover.
Oh boy. Oh boy, they done. But it's tired and I'm late. Wow. I said that. It's dark. And here we are. Fitment is not dialed in yet. I haven't even really touched alignment or anything. The rear needs to be much lower. The fenders need to be pulled. But now that I have the tires on, which these are 265/35s in the back, like I said, 245/35s in the front. I kind of want to Photoshop it lower like it should be, so here you go. This car is gonna look crazy. So I've got a body kit coming, a wing edition coming, spats and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna look really cool, and I'm stoked how it's coming out. And big shouts to 3-Piece to how good these conversions came out and how good they look. I will say, the fender that I'm supposed to be getting, the guy, like, he's not scamming me, but I'm still waiting. I bought it like 2 weeks ago, and it was supposed to be there by now, and it's not there. So, but the fitment is actually fantastic, and when it's lower and, like I said, fenders pulled, it will be nice. I will have to play with fitment whenever the engine is actually in, when we've actually got real weight in the car. Yeah, I'll definitely lower the rears and continue dialing this car in, but it's definitely insane. It's insane how something that's been sitting in a field for a long time can, well, still look like it's been sitting in a field for a long time, but with wheels. To give you guys a sneaky peek, oh, that was weird. I've got some stuff on the JZ. We're gonna start that pretty soon while Drew is working on the Mark 7. Now, like I said in the beginning, we are in the midst, in the thick of it, getting the turbo swap done. It has been quite painful, and I'm not sure Drew's happiness level is top tier today because of all this, but he got the turbo out. He's been killing it, and I'll have an update for you guys pretty soon. I ended the video the other day with advice. I don't really remember what it was, but I'm just gonna end the video how I ended it the other day. Here's me about a week ago. Saw this quote on Instagram today, and it's a really powerful one. Write this down if you have to, and in fact, you can write anything that I say down at the end of each video. Seize the opportunities that you have been presented, and stop fixating on the ones that you've not. Right now, you got stuff to deal with. Right now, you have present opportunities. No matter how big or small, you need to take care of those and utilize those opportunities that you have. A lot of times, we pass up a lot of amazing things that could happen in our lives because we're so fixated on the opportunities that we haven't been presented yet, or have not or will not be presented. Don't get too distracted, and seize the day. Seize the opportunities you have today. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out. Hey, have a great day. Do you know what that's, I'm not gonna take that. Have a great day. Watch those 2 videos I got in front of you. It helps me a ton if you continue watching my content, and make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications on, and most importantly, just have a good day.